In the world of atoms. Chapter 2 of Holographic Multiverse. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into something really fascinating. Chapter 2 of Holographic Multiverse, called In the World of Atoms. And let me tell you, this chapter is going to blow your mind. The setup. More than just academic life. So picture this. You're sitting in a noisy university hall, surrounded by young, smiling faces. Everyone's buzzing with energy, but then hunger hits. You know that feeling, right? You grab a bagel and some cheese, find a quiet spot, and suddenly you're in this perfect moment of comfort. The rain's gently falling outside, everything's peaceful, and you're just satisfied. But here's where it gets interesting. That moment of relaxation, it becomes the gateway to something extraordinary. When exhaustion becomes inspiration. Our narrator heads to a quantum mechanics lecture, but they're absolutely exhausted. We've all been there. You sit down, your eyes start closing, your brain just refuses to absorb any new information. You're fighting to stay awake out of politeness, but your body is screaming for rest. Now, most of us would just, fall asleep and miss the lecture. But this is where the magic happens. Instead of just nodding off, the narrator's mind does something incredible. It escapes inward. The topic of quantum mechanics becomes the inspiration for an amazing mental journey into the microscopic world. The first shrink. Welcome to the centimeter world. Imagine shrinking down to just 1 centimeter tall. Suddenly that pencil on your desk? It's now a massive obstacle you can't even push. That notebook becomes a landscape you can run across, enjoying the colorful drawings beneath your feet like you're exploring some alien terrain. But here's what's really cool. At this scale, everything is still perfectly quiet and peaceful. The frantic world of molecular motion that we know exists is still invisible. The illusion of solid static objects holds up even when you're tiny. It's like being in a miniature world that's frozen in time. The quantum leap, where reality gets weird. But then our narrator asks the big question. What if I shrunk even smaller? What about nanometer scale? And this is where everything changes. That solid table surface you were just walking on, it explodes into this dynamic, constantly moving space where atoms are oscillating like crazy. The peaceful, static world is revealed to be a complete illusion. Everything, and I mean everything, is in constant, frantic motion at the atomic level. Think about that for a second. Right now, as you're watching this video, every surface around you, your desk, your phone, your walls, they all appear solid and still. But zoom in far enough, and they're actually seething seas of movement. It's like discovering that what you thought was a calm lake is actually a raging storm when you look closely enough.
The Electron mystery. The ultimate challenge. Now comes the really mind-bending part. Our narrator tries to visualize an electron, you know, that fundamental particle we learned about in school. But here's the problem. How do you imagine something you've never actually seen? They try different shapes, square, pyramid, circle, sphere, but each attempt leads to the same frustrating realization. If you can imagine it having a shape, then logically, couldn't you cut it in half? And if you can cut it in half, is it really fundamental? This is where pure imagination slams into a brick wall. Our brains are wired to think in terms of things we can see and touch, but quantum particles don't play by those rules. The terrifying infinite, when your mind hits its limit. And here's where the chapter gets really profound, and honestly a little scary. The narrator realizes that if you can keep dividing particles, where does it end? Each particle becomes 2 smaller particles, which become 4 even smaller particles, and so on, forever. It's like staring into a bottomless pit. The narrator describes feeling a sense of fear of the unknown, and I totally get that. It's the fear of confronting something your brain literally cannot grasp. Infinity isn't just a big number, it's a concept that breaks our normal way of thinking. What this all means, the big picture. So why does this chapter matter? Because it captures something universal about the human experience. First, it shows how our physical state affects our mental state.
Exhaustion led to this incredible journey of imagination. Sometimes our limitations become our gateways to discovery. Second, it reveals the relativity of scale. A pencil is either a writing tool or an insurmountable mountain, depending on your perspective. Reality literally depends on the scale at which you observe it. Third, it's a humbling reminder of our limitations. Our senses give us a useful but fundamentally incomplete picture of reality. The solid world we experience is an illusion created by our scale of observation. The beautiful paradox. But here's what I love most about this chapter. It starts with something so ordinary: a bagel, some rain, academic fatigue, and from that everyday moment it launches into profound questions about the nature of reality itself. It reminds us that the universe's deepest mysteries aren't hidden in some distant galaxy. They're right here, in the space between your fingers, in the chair you're sitting on, in the very atoms that make up your body.
Your turn to wonder. So, I want to leave you with this thought. The next time you're having a quiet moment, maybe you're tired, maybe you're just sitting peacefully somewhere, let your mind wander. Ask yourself, what's really happening at the smallest scales around me right now? The world is far stranger and more wonderful than it appears. And sometimes, it takes a moment of exhaustion and wonder to glimpse just how extraordinary the ordinary really is. What did you think of this exploration? Have you ever had moments where your imagination took you on unexpected journeys? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit that subscribe button for more mind-bending content. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the mysteries of the holographic multiverse, I invite you to check out my book. You can get your copy right now. Just follow the link in the description below. Your support not only helps me create more content, but also fuels this journey of exploration. Want even deeper access? Join my Patreon for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes insights, and a free download of my book. As a patron, you'll also receive bonus videos on how I conquered insomnia and anxiety, plus a private 30-minute call with me to explore life's biggest questions together. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X, for updates, extra content, and mind-expanding discussions. Links are all below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.